Hey, my kiddies! Welcome to Tuesday episode 80, and tonight we're talking about Dragon Prince! And before we get to it, I'm gonna say off the top that I'm gonna be living Kickles and Nancy talk false about their periods of episodes 1, 2, or however many they was. And, you know, then I will go crazy myself and provide a in-depth analysis of the whole series so far.
Well, not this whole series so far. I've only watched 2 episodes.
Well, no, like, I've been waiting to talk about this for a while. I'm not holding myself back
Okay.
tonight, so let's begin with episode 1, Kickles. Why don't you kick us off tonight?
Okay. It's good to be here. So I've had people asking me and telling me to watch this thing for years now. I will say I would describe episode 1 in general with one word, whimsy. There was a lot of whimsy going on, particularly with the two princes. Both of them pretty likable. The younger prince is super cute. The older prince is like enthusiastic. I like the characters so far. It's set in this world in which there was apparently dark magic was discovered, which was this new thing which imbalanced the order of the world. The Dragon King was killed when he was trying to maintain the balance between the various kingdoms, and apparently the king's egg was destroyed. But we're mainly following the two princes and them living and working around the castle. Apparently, the older prince was adopted. I don't know from who or if his father was someone else that was a friend of the king. I really am enjoying the art style. I am enjoying the animation, which is rather fluid. Um, so we have the humans, we have the elves, we have the dragons. There are other family races out there that I don't quite know yet. Particularly with the elves, we have that a group of elfin assassins are coming in to get revenge on the king for killing the Dragon King. And one of them who was responsible for carrying that out did not kill the soldier that discovered the assassins, which caused this whole big thing to go back at the castle. Um, so they have people who are kind of not into doing the assassination. The king seems upset about the things he had to do during the war. But yeah, I'm liking all the characters so far. It's fun. It's exciting. Good music, good voice work. I'm enjoying it.
Same here. On the first episode, I like uh the little prince. I mean, there's the two brothers and the younger one with his little animal. I don't know what you would call that.
The
They said the
glowing
name.
toad.
Yeah, that was funny.
I
I
don't think
like
that's a name, but that's what it is. It's a glowing toad.
when they snuck down to where the baker was or the cook was, and they um sneaking all the little Danish things that he made and everything, and how they tricked them. And that little guy, he knows all the ins and outs of that castle.
Yep.
He has nothing else to do but just to sneak around and go play games and stuff. So I like those are my two characters I like and everything. So and how he helps, go through the castle in the first episode to escape from the moon people, and they end up finding something at the end that was very special. So I don't want to get too ahead of myself.
Yeah,
Okay,
I think finding that was in like the second episode.
yeah,
I
that
think
was in
the
the second
first
episode.
trying
But in
to.
the first episode, yeah, because they were I like they're introducing the characters and
Mhm.
everything like they did, and to me it made it seem like the battle between the Dragon King and the people was a long time ago. But then as the king is sitting there talking about um, stuff and everything, it seems like it just happened. So it's like, did it happen? A long time ago, and these are the people now,
I
or
think they said it was 4 years ago.
I didn't know if they gave a time or not.
Yeah, so this was a relatively recent thing. I think it was 4 years ago.
Oh, okay, so yeah, because that's why I was like a little bit confused there. I'm just like, how they gave the story, how they fought, and then they separated because the land they separate the land and people on one side and
Okay, Jamie, cool.
on the other side. So I did like how they at least gave you something to go by instead of just throwing everything right there.
I do like the magic system that they currently have up, where it's basically using these various elements, and you can capture them in different things to use for the spells. That's an interesting way of handling it. Um, I do like that the one prince seems like not the fighter type. I'm wondering if he is someone who will learn magic. Maybe that's like what his purpose is going to be in the show. Um, I do like the relationship between the two, that they are brothers, even if they're not biologically brothers.
They're step brothers, I think he
Yeah.
said, or half brothers, something like that. Step brothers or half brothers, and I like the part when he was trying to teach the younger prince um, how to sword fight.
Yeah.
Then the other prince, his sister walks by and everything else. He kept going, "Aren't you going to tell her? Aren't you going to tell her?" He goes, "No, just let her do it. Let her do it. Go let her walk into the tree."
Yeah. I think those two are the children of the head mage, who was the friend of the king's.
Right.
So you have like the king with his two kids, and you have the head mage with his two kids.
Mm-hmm.
At first, I thought that the one guy was supposed to be sort of like a bully character, but no, he's just sort of like a goofy older friend, is what I got. More picking in a teasing manner than in a malicious manner.
Right.
Because we kept calling him like stepson, stepson. It's like, oh, is he just a bully? It's like, no, he's just goofing off with them. Okay, that's what I'm kind of getting.
Yeah, that's what I was getting to because at first it sounded like he was being mean, but then it was like you could tell the joking around because then afterwards when he realized the other guy liked his sister, he
Yeah,
was like, "Okay, come on, I'll help you out with this."
right.
So
I
he
thought
was,
that that was going to be like a trick, and he was going to like make him look like a fool, but he didn't.
yeah, exactly. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
I was like, after a while, it's like you said, you thought he was gonna be the bully, but actually, it's just the joking around between them. Like we banter between each other here
right,
and other platforms and everything, and then he helps him out to make him look good in front of the girl.
right.
So that was
Then we
like,
had the one moon elf who was the daughter of the leader of the assassin group,
hmm
who, because she didn't kill the guard that discovered them, now everyone's on high alert. And her father was disappointed in her for her actions. So they're going to go off and try and do the assassination without her, but she decides that she's going to try and prove herself and go do it on her own.
right.
So yeah, everyone's trying to prove themselves in some way because everyone's trying to like find their own self worth. Um, so we have that there was an army, there was a war that apparently wasn't that long ago. So I'm interested in seeing like how the sides have settled after that conflict.
Yeah, because it seems like from the first episode, it seems um like the only ones that out for revenge are the Moon people, but for killing the Dragon King, and the other side, which is all the people, they've just gone on and done life
Mm-hmm.
themselves and not even, trying to seek revenge or anything, but just trying to keep the peace.
Uh,
Like,
the kings, the king seemed to be expecting assassins of different types, but he was surprised when it was the Moon Elves. So I'm assuming that there are other people that they're still fighting against. It's just the fact that it's a full moon and the fact that it's Moon Elves means that he thought there was no way of defending himself. So other people are probably trying things. It's just this is the first time for them.
true that, yeah, because he did say that there were things he had regret doing or something other in the fighting and everything. So, and he, like you said, he did expect someone to come after him.
Yeah. So the fact that he was expecting like people and he didn't expect the Moon Elves means that other people are probably trying other things.
Exactly.
Um, okay, DJ seems anxious to get in
I
on this,
know.
especially when I'm probably wrong about a lot of my theories about what's going on.
Go ahead, DJ.
Go ahead,
No,
D.
no, you can't finish. Go on to episode 2 because like I said, once I begin talking, the information is gonna come at you. So go on to episode 2.
Okay, you want to start with episode 2?
Sure.
All
So
right.
episode 2, it takes back up to where the Moon Elves are sitting there talking and planning and everything, and he takes this rope, looks like a rope, and wraps around each of their wrists and connects them all together, and then he cuts it and then it glows. So it's like they get extra energy or stamina or something other because the moon's gonna be a full moon. And here's a funny thing. I went outside. I'm not getting off subject, but here's how this plays in. I went out front to sit there and check on my plants and fertilize them, and I look up, and right above the townhouses across me, I look up and there's a full moon. So I
Hmm.
was like, how perfect is that? We're talking about moon owls and it's a full moon tonight. So when it's a full moon, they have extra strength and they're the most powerful at that time. So they talk about, the strategy and everything, and then the head, the father and the next guy sitting there, and you see him talking on a branch, and they're going to leave the girl out because she didn't do what she was supposed to do. So he talks to her, and she's upset and everything, but he tells her to stay where he's talking to her, and then he'll come back for her after they're finished. And it's like you said, she decided she's going to do it herself and everything. So She takes off running towards the castle, and then the castle's got a moat around it, and it's like on this huge cliff. So, or I don't want to say cliff, but it's just like a big rock that they built it, and the moats around it. So she's got to take her swords and climb it up. And I thought by the time she got to the top, she'd be too tired to sit there and want to fight anybody at that time. But I know she got up and she started running. So, and in the meantime, the king was talking to the prince again, and was telling him that they were going away because he stuff was going to happen. He didn't want anything happen to him and the younger his brother. And as he's walking away, he's going in the hallway. He went. I might be mistaken, but he was going to go talk to somebody else, and he hears a noise, and he turns around, and he thinks it's the girl that was talking to him beforehand, and it's the moon elf, and then she starts chasing him. And there's other things I know I missed, but that at that point, in that scene, that's when he realized something is not right here, and then because he was, I forgot where he was, somewhere, and then he thought he heard something that was the girl that he likes, and she had this ball, like a crystal ball, but it had a storm inside of it. And that's when he realized he rather had learned the magic than sword fighting, and she wanted to learn the sword fighting instead of the magic. And so she went to her father with an idea, and then she kept doing this with her nose and pointing. They go, "We don't speak your language. You have to tell us what you're thinking." So,
Yeah, because the one prince comes up with the idea of if we could switch places. So she knows that they have something they could use to switch bodies, which is what her father brings to the king. Uh, Basically, sacrificing one of their soldiers in his place so he could live on in the soldier's body. But he's basically willing to. Basically, he sees this as penance for what happened during the war. So it kind of seems like he wants to die to like pay
yeah,
for his crimes. Like he's punishing himself in ways that he maybe shouldn't be, which we find out later that because I don't think that he knows that the egg is still there. I think it's just the other mage that knows that the egg is there.
yeah,
And yeah, I think at the start the elves were buying themselves in sort of like a pact to each other. That's what the ropes represented, like their commitment to this action. And that's why she was saying, like, I bound myself to this. He said, yeah, but you are not allowed to be part of this because he said that you are stronger, you are faster, but you don't have the killer instinct.
right,
Um, and when she was going across the river and climbing, that was a great, well animated scene. Because I really do have to say, this is especially for something from like what was this 2011 DJ?
that's a DJ question.
Yeah.
What year did this come out?
Believe it or not, this is 2019 for
2019. Okay.
yeah, 2019 for me.
I kept thinking this was older. Because I've
No,
been hearing people ask. Oh my goodness, I've heard people ask about this for years. 2019 is years ago. Oh God.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
2019 is like 6 years ago.
it
It's
was
5 years ago. Oh my
it
God.
was years
Oh,
ago,
oh God.
but not
2019 was 5 years ago.
yeah, yeah. I
Oh,
mean,
oh, oh, right to the heart.
yeah, yeah. I mean, this.
Burn my pacemaker.
Oh, oh, coming to you, Elizabeth. Coming
Uh,
to you.
I will say it's not that old because season 6 comes out this year.
Oh my goodness. Right in the feels. Right in the feels. Right in my hip.
Trust me, once you guys are done, you're gonna be shocked at the information.
You can go ahead. You can go ahead. Pop one in.
Also, because once I dropped this, there was no going back.
All right. Well, I've mostly explained my views on this show, and that yeah, I'm glad I've enjoyed so far. I started going into episode 3, but I thought like let me stop because we were only supposed to do 2 episodes, not like the last time we were doing this. So I went further. It's like 2 episodes, and then I stopped.
Uh,
Yeah, I do like the end. How well the when the little brother sit there and open up, the painting opens up and it's a hidden door basically, and helps his brother. But he leaves his paw handprint on everything because he's been eating those Danish jelly
The
Danishes.
jam. The
The jam.
jam.
So she's able to follow them and everything. And then there's this hidden staircase, the winding staircase, like that's everywhere in all castles. But it comes down and it goes up, and then they come. How did you find this? She goes, I just follow the handprints, and then so they find a secret place, and that's when they discover the dragon egg. And I was like, that's a good way to leave the second episode because it's like, oh, nobody knows it's alive except the kings, the guy who's doing black magic. He knows it's still alive. So, so that would be interesting to find out what actually goes on with that.
Yeah. All right, all right, all right. Let's take the lock off of DJ's cage.
Okay.
okay, first off, on timeline, it's over 1,000 years.
Okay.
The division of Zaire, which is the land we're talking about, got divided between the magical creatures and the humans 1,000 years ago. The, the death of the Dragon King happened 300 years ago. And, you know, they first the divide happened because humans were using dark magic, black magic, and everyone else did not like that, so they exiled the humans to the west. We have 2 kingdoms at this point. There in the human kingdom of Cataurus. Now, King Harold, or King we see in episode 1 and 2, fossils. Let me just spell this. He is hold on, name. he is Carol's stepdad because the king knows his mother, who's deceased at this point, and he is his stepson. So there was a queen, but she died in battle. So my uncle said this.
Okay.
Now, we, now, I'm excited to talk about this. Clara and her brother was his name escapes me because I don't like his character.
If you don't like them, then their names don't exist.
Uh, but yeah, no, they are the children of the high mage who, just to put it blunt terms, wants to be king, and he's like, yes, he's friends with the king, but he secretly wants to overthrow the king. Now, I'm gonna read from some substance probably, but the, the war of the divided into two halves by a massive lava river on one side. Massive conflict says primal sources on the other. Humans have mastered dark magic by exploiting magical creatures. That's just how said this the the little old yellow talking about is called a primal sun. It has the power of a thunderstorm contained inside of it, which actually is cool. Now, the six primal solstice of the sun, the moon, the earth, fire, and I forgot one. My bad, but
There is one that when they listed it, my brain just went kind of, huh? Because one of the primal forces is the stars.
oh
Is the
yeah,
sun
yeah,
Yeah.
just a star?
yeah,
No,
no,
there's a star and stars are two separate power sources.
yeah, yeah, no, the songs was that that has a lot to do with our villain of the series, but I'm gonna hold off on that for a little bit, and I just want you to understand where we are with season one. Mm, this and I'm really just won't give me, but The series starts with the novel of King Harold of Qatar, and there's a posted of the dragon prince's egg. Prince Callum and Aslan, along with a Earth assassin Leia, discovers the egg intact. They decide to return to its mother to prevent war. They are pursued by Claudia and Solon, the major's son, who I don't care for, children of the King Harold's advisor, Villain, who has seized power. Now, I will say this, and I will answer a question to your marijuana, but this whole season, what happens in it is just a small part of a bigger plot that we don't know about yet, because there's a lot more lore and magical mystery of our main intent. This that y'all are not even ready to hear yet, but it's, this series coming out 2019, 2020, and I mean, like, this came out in November of 2019, so the hype for it really picked up in 2020 when You Know What hit, and everyone was at home binging.
Yeah.
Binging Netflix. So
kind of what helped make it blow up. Okay.
Yeah, so this series is not done yet. There's, from what I know, 2 more seasons to come this year and next, I hope. And it's a real big fantasy adventure. Now, I will recall what Keckle mentioned last week. We do have a Avatar The Last Airbender alumni who works on this show, and with the structure of each season, you could tell it's inspired by Avatar, with how the seasons are referred to as books and the episode as chapters, which I like because I have watched, two previous animated series that did that, and I love it. It makes it interesting. Now, this series as a whole, I mean, if you're not big into magic and mystical creatures, won't be for you. But let me tell you this. If you have like 15 hours and 36 minutes in a weekend to sit down and watch this show, you could definitely binge all five current seasons in 2 days.
Oh, that's no problem. That's like just watching the extended Lord of the Rings all at once.
Yeah.
I've done
Yeah.
that like over and over again.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's a solid series. I mean, you do have to get past the first two, three episodes because that's just setting up the plot and, set up all cast of characters. But if you make it to episode 9 and you still don't like it, I promise you, you're just gonna binge watch it because you hate it that much.
If I've watched 9 episodes of something, I better have liked it. I don't usually go unless the point of it is me hate watching. You're correct with that. But no.
Yes.
Yeah, well,
I will ask something. The guy that does the voice for the son of the High Mage sounds a lot like Mako from Legend of Korra. Is that him?
um, give me one moment. Let me see, okay? Because I definitely know what you're talking about. I just don't know if that's him or not. So let me.
I'm gonna be looking too. So I recognize that voice. No, not you.
Uh,
I think it's pretty cool how you can recognize an actor by their voice.
yeah.
And then
Uh,
some people, their voices are very distinct.
okay.
Well, I don't know. I don't want to look and accidentally see something that'll spoil for me for a later season.
Okay. Well, let me look here. Okay. So,
I do like following different voice actors from show to show because that's fun. We know someone's going to give a good performance. It's just like finding a different actor for a different show. It's like, oh, this person's in it, so no, it's probably going to be good because they usually choose good scripts. Same thing
Right.
for voice actors.
Yep. And I am looking to that. But yeah, no, like the voice of Steven, he does do a great job projecting the overinflated ego, which, yeah,
Oh, he's in My Adventures with Superman, which is I'm looking forward to the new season of that.
okay. Um, I I did not see Legend of Korra on his IMDb.
Yeah, me neither.
So,
Oh, just has one of those voices.
yeah, yeah. No, he does. And,
Hmm, okay.
but, but I would say this, like, the whole setup for this season is great, and it's something that you can really get into, and honestly, I will tell you that when this came out, I was watching this show along with Troll Hunters, and both shows really caught my attention, and I mean, Dragon Prince as a whole, just looking at the art side of it, really does remind you of, Avatar. But I will say, and Kegels, I think you would understand what scene I mean, but the part where King Harold and Callum are in the flower have a heart to heart, and you just see it about, well, a pillow, a foam pillow, and the background of that. That was a nice depth of field effect
Oh
that
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
they had on that, because it didn't it didn't feel like the pillow was just on the wall. There was some shadowing to it. Hey, Dev Dog, what's up, Eddie?
Yeah, the actual use of the camera in the environment was very well done, especially for like things in motion, but
Yeah,
also like for setting the stages.
yeah, definitely. Now, let me see if I could pull up that scene real quick. and just some
Hoorah, Devil Dog, hoorah.
and just so what I mean.
You can tell within the first and second episode that they want you to like connect with these characters so you can have the feelings of what they're going through and what's going to happen to them and
Yep,
everything.
yep. Okay, now let me bring it up real quick, and I will share my screen in a moment.
Okay.
So,
Hello, Desi. Hopefully enjoying their evening. I'm gonna have some ice cream. Cause it's
no,
hot.
uh, no, I need to get away. I believe so.
He was trying to bring up a scene from the show.
Mm.
So, but overall, because we normally usually give it a rating between 1 and 10. Um, I would say it's a between a 9 and I would say 9.5 and 10. But they've done a really good job with the all the drawings and everything and the details in it and everything. And I like the story how they just like throw you into the story. They from the very beginning they start the what happened and the reason why and everything. So I like it.
Okay, so,
I'd say it's a 7. It's a great hook. I can see myself really getting into it. Right now, I'm more in love with the idea of the show than it itself. I could just see that, oh, this is going to be going somewhere. I can see this is going to be getting interesting.
yep,
Right.
I'm locked in for like this can get really good. Right now, it's still just starting, so I don't want to get anything higher.
okay, so, guys, look, if you just look at this scene, you could see what I'm talking about with the pillows and the whole framing of this spotlight here. They did a good job kind of making the pillows more three-dimensional up against a tilted wall, which I find absurd, and it's a great job.
Okay, is that two devil dogs?
Uh, whatever, Eddie. But, also just the character design of, you have 2D characters in a 3D space.
It seems more 3D cell shaded, like that thing that we got a lot of during like the late era of like the PlayStation 2 era.
Yeah,
Everything was trying to be looking like a cartoon but being a 3D model.
yeah, well, I mean, you know, in my opinion, it does it great here because you really considered the techniques being used in the
Shia
animation,
freer than a king.
and I also just look at this shot right here at the pillow as well, the natural, well, not natural, but the blow effect they did on the wall and the windows to kind of frame Callum in his mood.
Yeah, they have a soft focus view on the background.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's a great technique. I really enjoy that. Definitely makes the definitely makes you focus more on the character than what's going on around
Yeah,
him.
makes them pop.
Yes, yes. And I will back up here a little quick to when they are okay right here. Now this sample is great because again they're actually making it look like a raised embossed stamp on a piece of paper, which, yes, that's what it is, but just the model of that and adding the appropriate shadows on this
Mm-hmm.
ridge is great artwork in itself. So, yeah.
Yeah,
But,
I really enjoy the technique that they're using for that. Yeah.
yeah, so did I. But with that being said, and this is bias, I know, but my rating for this show have 10.
Gee, how did I know?
Hey, like I say, it's bias, I know. It's my favorite show, so why wouldn't I give it a 10 out of 10? But, breaking it down, to its component levels, you do, you do have to take in each little detail because, those soft and other media that they will skimp over, like, I mean, tell me what other cartoon that you know of will actually animate a person actually climbing up a hill close up. You can see how hard that they're actually working on, trying to climb up this cliff
You know,
hill.
All right, Double Dog says Scooby Doo.
Uh, but no, I mean, overall, it's a great show. I would recommend it to anyone who has access to Netflix. And now, Kegels, I know your opinion about this. I'm just saying this for anyone that doesn't have Netflix. It is available somewhere on the internet.
We won't say where, but it's
Yeah,
somewhere.
yeah, so because, well,
Somewhere.
yeah, I mean, the last time we had this conversation, Kekos, I know you're all both support the people who make the show, movie, all that, but I'm just saying, if you can't afford to pay that, it's somewhere for free. So, yeah,
All right, so you gave the show a 10 out of 10. What
yeah.
do you give the first two episodes?
Okay, so,
Without having the context of having watched the rest of it. Just if the first
okay,
thing
so,
you knew.
so, the pacing of the first, I'm gonna break this down. I feel like the pacing of the first two episodes, I would put more at a full half.
Ooh, that low.
Yeah, because I do feel like they could have done a lot more in the time that they gave it because, you know, I I know they did it for dramatic effect, but I don't think they had to cut it off before the reveal of the egg. Like, they could have cut it off after he revealed it, but not said what it was. But that's just me. And, you know, I do feel like if you're gonna put in, you know, the battle between Solon, well, not between, but Solon and Callan's back and forth about him liking Claudia, that that could have been something up a bit. I mean, you know, the whole Callum stop whole from running into a tree and saying, "Oh, it's been there for 300 years, so it's relatively new." We didn't need to.
Oh, come on. I love that joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's right up my alley in terms of humor. I will say I think I didn't watch episode three, but it seemed like the first three episodes were envisioned like one episode that they split up,
yeah.
which is an issue with a lot of Netflix shows in general, where they just want you to watch the whole thing at once. So there's no break.
Yeah, and I will say this, like, and I said this to a friend overall, but if there was a way I could have had us watch the whole full season, I would have, but that's, you know, 3.5, 4.5 hours of just watching one show continuously. So I don't think that would be possible at that rate. And trust me, like I said, the entire season is like, well, not season, the entire series is 15 hours and 46 minutes alone right now. So with two more seasons coming, you're you're gonna need like an entire day to watch from beginning to end once.
2 episodes every so often. You can get there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I mean, Patreon for half, but the overall story just from season one, I I would say it's a 7.5, 8, and that could be adjusted a little bit to like between 6.5 and 7.5, because honestly, the yes, the whole first season sets up a lot, but those the main meat of the show doesn't start till like halfway to episode into season 2. So I mean, season 1, if we will, put it all the episodes together, this could have been a, like, let's say 3 hour, 4 hour movie just to begin the show. Like, okay, I know some of y'all may have seen Jimmy Neutron more genius.
Yeah.
Okay, the movie that came out before the show, that did a good setup for the show. It introduced you to the characters and what you would be expected in the show, which, is the crazy cookie Avengers that would be the Avengers of getting into a more but I feel if the dragon puts that today, it would also won't because that would at least condense the first season into something like, hey, let me watch this movie to understand what I need to know for the show, and then let me dive into, season one, which in this case would be season two. So, yeah. But that's just my opinion on it.
That's a good opinion.
Yeah.
What my favorite cartoon is? Oh, dear goodness. Okay. Favorite cartoon series. Hmm.
My Little Pony.
Merry Melodies.
Really?
Merry Melodies. Good
Nice.
old Looney Tunes cartoons. Merry Melodies.
Cool.
I like funny cartoons.
Yeah,
If
I
you want like
mean,
favorite adventure thing, one of them's going to be up there is like Mighty Max. Um, that one's definitely up there. But like just flat out favorite cartoon, Merry Melodies.
nice.
Mhm. I'll have to say what I grew up on. Bugs Bunny.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Merry Melodies.
that's Mary Mel. Now I see now it clicks. But
Yeah,
all the
Yeah,
different things from Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Sylvester the Cat, all the different ones they had. It's like,
yeah,
it's an all time favorite.
classics.
yeah. Trust me, if I were to answer that, I would be giving you three different answers for three different time periods.
What's the first one that just popped into your head? Because one popped in first. What is it? Be honest. What was it?
I told you last episode.
Okay, that's what it is.
Yeah,
Uh, When I think of Bugs Bunny, I think of him and Elmer Fudd.
Yeah.
And
Wabbit
the barber
season, duck
chair.
season, wabbit season, duck season. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, the
yeah,
Barber of Seville.
yeah. I love classical music.
Yeah,
And when I used to play the piano, I did play some of the classical music overtures and everything. William Tell overture is my favorite one. And, you know, they have that one in there, and it's like, oh, that's my favorite part. That's one of them. Him in the
cool.
chair.
yeah, that's my answer to
Um,
that.
Now let me ask you this, and it's gonna possibly confuse you if you don't listen to the words correctly, so listen close. What is your favorite cartoon to hate?
To hate.
As in, okay, not dislike, something that I like to hate.
Yeah, like, okay, for me, and I'm sorry just because I watched the cartoon just the other day, and for me, and Eddie, because it's a dumb but funny cartoon.
I'm going to say it was sort of like NFL Pro Stars. Let me see what this thing was called.
Whatever, devil dog.
Uh,
Beavis and Butthead. Yes, I watched Beavis and Butthead back in the day. I didn't like it, but it was funny. And that wasn't because it was my choice either. So, but we with your friends or whatever, that's what they watched, and then you watch what they watch, and so
Yeah, so you know about
oh, wait. I have a replacement. The original one I was thinking about was NFL Rush Zone, which was really bad, which was just a commercial for the NFL.
yeah.
But no, it is Reboot Guardians of the Code, which was a reboot of the Reboot animated series. It was a
Okay,
mix of live action CGI, which was really just the creator who had purchased the Reboot name and characters to promote his own show that got canceled years ago. So he basically took the name Reboot and slapped it on his old canceled show.
okay. Could I be honest with you, Pickle?
Sure.
I like to hate that show because the 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 fact that, and I don't know if it was the crew on Netflix, the fact that we didn't get a season 3 to tie up the loose ends makes me frustrated because don't get me wrong, I did not like the overall looking of the reboot animated series, but I just wanted a proper ending to that show, which we will never get. So, yeah.
Yeah, I feel you on that one. But
I mean,
we did get an ending to Reboot, and then they did those Cartoon Network original movies.
yeah, no, like, I know we got an ending to reboot, but what I'm saying, and I'm sorry if I'm coming off the wrong way with this, I wanted a proper ending to Golden Code
Oh, okay.
because well it leaves off, and you know this,
Yeah.
it leaves it wide open for a season 3, which I wish we got season 3, but no. So, yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about you were talking about wanting more regarding to it. Okay.
Yeah, right.
It
And
just wasn't for me.
no, right. Okay, I do hate the show. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, okay.
That I hate it, but I hate it so much. I want a proper ending to it, if that makes sense.
No, yeah, I get you.
Because, you know, and I don't even remember the character's name, but I wanted a confirmed identity. Well, no, not identity, so a proper resolution to the whole hacker situation being infected by a virus and trying to fight to remember his son. So, yeah. Anyways, so we're just talking about templates and, you know, if you didn't hear me before, overall I give it 10 out of 10. I love the show. Yeah. But, you know, that's how I'm gonna rate it for tonight, 10 out of 10. And before we end, I will say this. Next week was Doctor Who with David Tennant, so that would be series number 10. Like, if you're going by current Who, I believe that season 2, episode 1, which will only do one episode next week because it's an hour long, and yeah, we don't have enough. Well, we have time, but just covering that for an hour
I
will
do
be enough for us, I think.
I do have a question for you. When you say episode 1, do you mean the Christmas episode or the first episode of the season? Because his first appearance is as the Christmas episode.
Okay, so to make it less confused, like, I'm gonna pull this up real quick because I I didn't even know about him appearing in the Christmas episode.
Yeah, the Christmas special is the first is it's before the season starts, but it's his first adventure.
Okay, so let me bring up what I'm talking about and hopefully it will clear some stuff up. So let me someone screen real again. Okay, so, okay, so I'm on that
Yeah.
script just to let you know.
Okay, so David Tennant, right?
Yeah, so,
So the first episode is like there's episode 0, which is the Christmas episode, and then there's episode 1, which is New Earth.
okay, well,
So yeah, there's an
uh,
episode before New Earth. It's called episode 0.
okay, well, I might have to look that up because, obviously you can see Max doesn't have an episode 0.
It may be listed in season 1 then. Go to the end of season 1, see where it is.
Okay, hold on.
There it is. Yeah. Yeah, that's weird. That's not episode 14. That's season 2, episode 0.
Okay, okay, so,
Yeah, Max has it listed wrong.
okay,
So if you want David Tennant's first episode, then on Max it'll be season 1, episode 14.
uh, okay, so here's what we're gonna do in Nancy. Obviously, you don't have wrong buttons since I play it for you,
Yeah, so
but
like episode 13 is the end of season 1. That's the last episode of season 1.
okay, okay, so what we're gonna do is because Doctor Who is Wibbly Wobbly Tiny Wimey, more poop. We're gonna be doing episode 14, episode 0 of season 2, but that's just gonna be crazy to technically end, technically begin at the end. So, yeah, we're doing episode 0 next week, which, we will all give our opinion, and I mean, a unfair bias here. David Tennant is my favorite doctor, so yeah. Alright, so that's what we're doing next week is episode 0, and that will be with myself, Nancy, and Sasa, and Keckles itself, right? And, guys, be on the lookout for a poll for what show we're gonna do the following week. I will announce that when it comes time. But with that being said, thanks for watching, and I will see y'all next time. Bye, guys.
Later, taters.
Later, everybody.